Hello students, in the last class I explained capillary action, that is if we use water and glass capillary tube, then you have seen that the rise in level of liquid, and if we use mercury and glass capillary tube, the liquid level will falls, okay. That is nothing but capillarity. So in this today's class, let us consider there is a beaker, and in this beaker if you let us consider it is filled with water, and already you know that if we dip a capillary tube in the water, if we dip a glass capillary tube, then what happens means the level of the liquid will rises. Here also it have some concave shape, and here also at the free surface of the water it will have concave shape, that is concave meniscus. For this curved surface, it is having some radius of curvature. That radius of curvature we have mentioned with capital R, and small r is radius of capillary tube. And we came to know the formula for level of that means height of the liquid column. That height formula H we got that as 2T divided by rho R G. This is in terms of radius of this curved surface, radius of curvature of curved surface. And one more formula we came to know, that is H is equals to 2T divided by rho small r G. Here we will get cos theta. So this formula in terms of radius of the capillary tube, this formula in terms of radius of this curved surface, right. Then for the same water and glass capillary tube, if we take the length of the capillary tube very less, okay, that is insufficient height, so this height of the capillary tube is more. Up to here the liquid is raised in the capillary tube. So now I am considering a very less height capillary tube, then what may happen, okay, that is let us consider that height is less than this H also, then what happens, what the liquid in the capillary tube will flow off. If the height is less means what the liquid will overflow from the capillary tube, that is the question. So here what happens means from this formula what we came to know, that is H is inversely proportional to R, okay. H is inversely proportional to R means as height decreases, radius of curvature will increases. So here if the height of the capillary tube is more, okay, then what happens means it will have the surface become more curved, or the radius of curvature will become less, it will shake like this shape. Suppose the height of the capillary tube is less, then what happens means at the top surface it increases the radius of curvature. So the radius of curvature become more flatter, but the liquid does not overflow from the capillary tube. According to the height, let us take this height is H dash. According to the height, the radius of curvature of the curved surface that will changes, but liquid does not overflow. So remember this for competitive exam, liquid does not overflow. If height is very less means at the top surface it will not have curved surface, it will have a plane surface. And With this formula also, in this formula, H is inversely proportional to small r. What does it mean? That small r is nothing but the radius of the capillary tube, right? If radius of the capillary tube is less, then the height of the liquid column will more. The liquid rises to more height in the capillary tube. And in that formula, one more thing you remember, the height of the liquid column, the ascent, a formula that is not depend upon angle of contact. It depends upon radius of curvature of capillary tube. Then, and surface tension, that is capital T. And one more example you see here. If we have a water in the glass container, and if we dip a capillary tube, this capillary tube is made up of silver. Okay. Silver capillary tube is dipped in a water. Then what happens? So here the angle of contact. Here the angle of contact for silver and this liquid, that is theta, is equals to pi by 2, 90 degree. Then if theta is equals to pi by 2 means you have to consider that force of adhesive is equals to force of cohesive. And you have studied in last examples, if force of adhesive is greater, then what happens? It will form a concave shape here. Here also the liquid level will rises. If force of cohesion is more, if force of cohesion is more means, then what happens? It forms a convex shape here. Here also the liquid level will falls, and here also it will have some convex meniscus. But in this case, if we use silver capillary tube, what we found means the angle of contact becomes 90 degree. If angle of contact becomes 90 degree means then the level of the liquid inside the capillary tube, the level of the liquid inside the capillary tube does not rise or does not fall. It will maintain at same level. Okay, and here this is the angle of contact, right, tangent to the surface, and solid surface should be inside the liquid. This angle is 90 degree. Remember, if we use a capillary tube, then the level of the liquid does not rise or does not fall, and it maintains the angle of contact, that is equals to pi by 2. And also remember, here force of adhesion is equals to force of cohesion. Then for competitive exams, remember some points. Okay. Let us consider as a note. Remember these points. This surface tension. Surface tension decreases. The surface tension decreases with increase in temperature. For example, if you increase the temperature of water, the surface tension of water will decreases. For most of all liquids, the surface tension is inversely proportional to temperature. As the temperature rises, the surface tension of the liquid will decreases. Remember this point. And the surface tension changes with adding impurities. Okay, this is also one of the important point. By adding some impurity, the surface tension of the liquid may increase or the surface tension of the liquid may decrease. And impurities means here we have two types of impurities. First type of impurity is weak soluble impurity, weak soluble impurity. And second one is highly soluble impurity. These are the two types of impurities. One is weak soluble impurity and another one is highly soluble impurity. What are the example for this weak soluble impurity? Weak soluble impurity means if you had soap with water, okay, that is called as weak soluble impurity. By adding soap to water, soap is we are considering as impurity. If we add that impurity to water, then what we will observe means the surface tension denoted by capital T, right? This surface tension will decreases. By adding weak soluble to the water, the surface tension will decreases. If you had a highly soluble impurity, so highly soluble impurity example is NaCl, okay, or ZnSO4, etc. If you add these to water, then what happens means the surface tension will increases. So remember these points. The surface tension can vary or it will changes by adding impurities. So these are the two types of impurities. And also remember one point, that is if you while you are washing a dirty cloth, dirty cloth means let us consider dirt as grease or oil, then you have to remove that grease stain or oil from the cloths, cotton or any other fabrics, right? In that case, if you wash those cloths with water, it will not remove the grease easily, or a very small amount of grease will come with the water. So why? Because the water and grease, okay, between the angle of contact is between the water and grease or oil, the angle of contact is greater than pi by 2. If angle of contact is greater than pi by 2 means what happens? If angle of contact is greater than pi by 2 means the water makes less contact with the surface. We have studied already in angle of contact. So if water makes less contact with the grease, so less amount of grease only will come with the water. So it is not easy to remove the grease stains only by washing with plain water. So for that what we will do, we will add some soap to the water. By adding soap to the water, what happens means, so the soap molecules is the shape of the soap molecules is like hairpin shape, like this. You can consider these are the molecules of the soap. In this way it is having hairpin shape. If you add the soap molecules to the plain water, so this is called heads of the soap molecules. These heads of the soap molecules, I will show here. These heads of the soap molecules will attracted towards the surface of the water. So if you consider this is the surface of the water, these heads is attracted to surface of the water, and other side, okay, a sharp shape you are observing, the other side will attracted to the greasy dirts. So if you consider these are the dirts, these sharp ends is attracted to the greasy dirts. Like that, between the water surface and grease, it will make some interface. Okay, water cannot able to make more contact with the grease, Because of that, if we had soap molecules, one end of the molecule of the soap molecules is attracted towards the water, and other end of the soap molecule is attracted towards grease. Then it can move each and every corner of that cloth. So, and not only that, by adding the soap, what happens means the angle of contact theta will decreases. Angle of contact theta will decreases means the theta become less than pi by 2. If theta become less than pi by 2 means the water makes more, that means the contact area of the water will increases by decreasing the angle of contact. Thus, it will remove more dirt from the cloths. This is also one example of surface tension. Remember, by adding detergents to the water, the surface tension will decreases and also angle of contact will decreases. By this, almost this mechanical properties of fluid chapter is completed. I hope you understood this mechanical properties of fluids. In the next, I'll explain some problems important for competitive exams. So in this mechanical properties of fluids chapter, numericals for PU exam, rarely they will ask. In this chapter, the problems is not that much important for PU exam, but for competitive exam, definitely it is very important. So this problem, NCERT problem, first I will explain this one. What is given here? A 50 kg girl wearing high heel shoes balances on a single heel. The heel is circular with a diameter 1 centimeter. What is the pressure exerted by the heel on the horizontal floor? So first, mass is given. Mass is 50 kg and diameter is given. Okay, circular means diameter, radius becomes 0.5 centimeter, or you can write 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. Then we have to find the pressure. For that, the basic formula P is equals to F divided by A, force upon area. Force, you can consider it as M into G, and area for circle you can consider pi r square, and substitute the values. P is equals to mass 50 into this G 9.8 divided by pi value is 3.14 into r square. R square, that is 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 2 whole square. In the numerator, 50 into 9.8. So the overall answer you will get P is equals to 6.24 into 10 to the power 6 Pascal. So in this problem, Torricelli barometer used mercury, and Pascal duplicated it using French wine of density 984 kg per meter cube. Determine the height of the wine column for a normal atmospheric pressure. That means you have studied that barometer concept, isn't it? So in barometer, what we used means we used a trough of mercury. It is a trough of mercury, and a glass tube is inverted. So what we found means the level of the mercury rises inside the tube up to what height means up to the height that is 76 centimeter. From that we came to know that atmospheric pressure P is equals to rho g h. That value, that is 1.013 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal, right? So what the Pascal did means, in spite of using the mercury, he used wine, okay, and the density of mercury also, you know, that is 13,600 kg per meter cube. This is 13.6 times greater than water. Okay, this is density of mercury. This is the height of the mercury column, that is 76 centimeter. So in spite of using mercury, he used wine. For that, this length of tube is not sufficient. Why? Because if we have calculated here P is equals to rho GH means, so if we use wine or if we use mercury, whatever it may be, the atmospheric pressure should be same, right? Atmospheric pressure should be same means P should be constant. That is rho GH should be constant. Rho GH should be constant means in that G, acceleration due to gravity, that should be also constant. Then we can write rho H is equals to constant. With this formula we can write that rho 1 H1 should be equals to rho 2 H2. Let us take rho 1 is the density of mercury, H1 is the height of the mercury column, and density of wine, the density of wine is given rho 2. Rho 2 value is how much? 984 kg per meter cube. So we have to find what height of the glass tube we need that means what height of the glass tube we have to find out. So here density rho 1 H1, if you substitute the values, so rho 1 is 13,600 multiplied by H1 is 0.76 centimeter. This should be equals to rho 2. Rho 2 value is given 984 kg per meter cube. This is the density of that wine, multiplying by H2. H2 height we have to calculate. That means what height of the glass tube is required. That height of the glass tube we have to calculate. So to find the atmospheric pressure, and if you calculate the value of H2, you will get approximately the value is, you will get H2 value becomes 10.5 meter. That means if we have 1 meter tube, glass tube, that is sufficient to measure the atmospheric pressure by using mercury liquid. If we use wine liquid, what height of the glass tube we needed means, we needed 10.5 meter, 10.5 meter height glass tube. So practically it is very difficult. So from this formula we can able to find the height of the glass tube.